Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the history of casinos in the Grand Theft Auto series. So my good friend Zach Cox, he covered this well over a year ago, and I thought it was a really interesting topic, and I obviously wanted to share it with you guys. Now, I'm doing this for two reasons. One, obviously, there is a ton of talk about the casino. Everyone wants that to be the DLC that comes out in Grand Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto Online, but also there's a lot of history that might give us some information on what maybe the plans Rockstar has for Grand Theft Auto 5's casino that could be hidden inside of the casinos of previous games, like in past Grand Theft Autos. Okay, so the first casino we encounter in the Grand Theft Auto series comes from Grand Theft Auto 3, and it's Kenji's Casino, which was located in Torrington, Staten Island in Liberty City. And this was a Yakuza-controlled casino named after the leader of the Yakuza, Kenji. And this is where Claude will actually get jobs from Kenji in Grand Theft Auto 3. So although this casino was inaccessible, there was some pretty cool things about it. Obviously, at nighttime, it would glow with the neon signs, and there would be people standing around the outside. Even in Grand Theft Auto 3, it was pretty cool. There was also a hidden package on the rooftop helipad, and it was pretty cool that there could be helicopters that could be reached outside, including a dodo, but it was awesome. This was a great looking casino, even though, of course, you could not go inside. So moving on to our next game, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. This is obviously where we see a ton of casinos, even some accessible ones. And this is where the meat of where this history lesson, I guess you could say, is going to be talking about. So obviously Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the only Grand Theft Auto game that features the fictional Las Vegas setting of Las Venturas. And there are 13 total casinos, which is absolutely insane. So there's the Camel's Toe, the Clown's Pocket, Camelot, the Emerald Isles. You've got the High Roller, the Pink Swan, Pirates and Men's Pants, Royal Casino, Starfish Casino, and the Visage. And then there's 3 accessible casinos that you could actually go inside: the 4 Dragons Casino, Casino Floor, and Caligula's Palace. Now, what's obviously great about those 3 casinos is there are a bunch of activities and varieties of things that the player can do to wage money on and actually gamble. And there were a few game modes inside of the casinos that you could play. The first of that is Blackjack, which is obviously a pretty cool card game where your goal is to get to as close to 21 as possible without going over the limit. Up next, you've got Roulette, which is pretty self-explanatory. You've got the slot machines. You have video poker, Wheel of Fortune, and then there's actually 2 beta game modes that were cut from those San Andreas casinos. The first one was Craps, and the second one was Texas Hold'em Poker. Now, we eventually saw Texas Hold'em Poker make its way into Red Dead Redemption, but no GTA game has ever featured this poker game mode. So those were some of the things you could do inside of the casino, but there was also other things that could be done. So Carl Johnson, the player, CJ, could borrow money from the casinos, leading to a negative money value. And if the money was not repaid, Carl will often get phone calls from loan sharks threatening him to pay up or he'll be physically harmed. And if the money is not eventually repaid, loan sharks armed with micro Uzis and AK-47s will show up and attempt to kill Carl. Now, if you were an effective, proficient killer in GTA San Andreas, you could actually use this to your advantage because the loan sharks would carry around a lot of money. So the money could honestly be repaid by killing them and picking up their cash. Now, interestingly enough, the 3 casinos that are accessible in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Caligula's Palace, the Casino Floor, and the 4 Dragons Casino, are the only accessible casinos in the Grand Theft Auto series. Though other ones we're going to be looking at in-game and obviously within future games, you cannot go inside and you cannot use the gambling function in them. Now, moving on, we take a brief stop in Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, which features 3 casinos: the Big Shot Casino, the Leon Casino, and the Doll's House. Now, all 3 of those were inaccessible and could not be accessed, so there isn't a whole lot to talk about there. However, in Grand Theft Auto 4, there's a particularly interesting casino, the Alderney Casino. So the Alderney Casino is the only casino in the Grand Theft Auto series that is abandoned. Now, interestingly enough, the player can enter the casino, though it is completely abandoned and has nothing of interest inside. However, there are several homeless people that are living inside, and the interior is filled with rubble, sex toys, and construction materials. Now, in-game, this casino is not used for much. However, it is used for a few racing locations for the Lost and the Damned. And also in Grand Theft Auto 4's version of multiplayer, this is actually the spawn location, or one of the spawn locations for when you enter the online mode. A Maverick and an Annihilator both spawn on the roof, as well as a Comet and an NRG 900 motorcycle in the parking lot. So really, this wasn't used much. Obviously, it's just an abandoned casino, and clearly no Grand Theft Auto 4 DLC made it accessible or built it back up, allowing it to obviously be used in-game. So it's abandoned, you can go inside, but you can't really do anything with it. And finally, last but not least, that leaves us to Grand Theft Auto 5 and the Vinewood Casino. That's right. So we know the Vinewood Casino. The sign says the Be Lucky Los Santos Casino, and it's obviously located in Vinewood Park Drive in East Los Santos, overlooking the Vinewood racetrack. Now, according to the Grand Theft Auto Wiki, this casino appears to be under construction due to the prior events of Grand Theft Auto 5, because there's a large banner over its entrance that reads "Opening Soon." And more likely, probably even before Grand Theft Auto Online, as we know Grand Theft Auto Online takes place before Grand Theft Auto 5 story mode, and it's still closed right there. So a few bits of trivia about this casino. It's actually based on the real-life Hollywood Park Casino in Inglewood, California. However, very interestingly enough, just a few short months after Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, this casino was destroyed. It was wiped out. It was replaced with something else. It's closed down right now, and you can't actually access it. So I don't know if that's ironic that these two places are both closed and not opening, but that's pretty interesting. And also, there's a scene with Trevor. You guys know in Grand Theft Auto 5 where you can switch characters. There'll be like a little mini cutscene that like kind of jumps you into their life. Well, with Trevor, after you switch characters, there's a scene where he's being kicked out of the casino for counting cards, which is essentially cheating. So this would imply that the casino is open, though not accessible by the player. So again, I'm not exactly sure what that means, what Rockstar implied for the casino. Maybe they kept that scene in the game but decided to remove the casino. I'm not exactly sure. Although one particularly bit of bad news is that there's never been a casino in Grand Theft Auto series that has been closed and has been open. Obviously, we know the only 3 accessible casinos, the 3 from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, those have been open ever since the game started. So in Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City Stories, Grand Theft Auto 4, and Grand Theft Auto 5, there's never been a casino that has either started out inaccessible or abandoned that has turned into one that has been usable. So that could be bad news for obviously those of us that are looking forward to the casino in Grand Theft Auto 5. However, that doesn't completely rule out its possibility of coming. As we know, Rockstar basically turned an abandoned garage into Benny's Original Motorworks in downtown Strawberry. So who's to say one update they couldn't just add something like this into the game and the casino would be available. But that's your quick history lesson on the details of gambling, poker, the casinos in the Grand Theft Auto series and what it possibly might mean for Grand Theft Auto 5. If you did go and enjoy the video, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.